Hi, my name is Ebby and I blog for mostlyrawedges.blogspot.com. Today I'm going to show you a technique which is part of my general philosophy of frugal sewing. And frugal sewing is just maximizing your resources to get the very most out of what you have. The technique I'm going to show you today I call a compacted layout, and you'll see it, but it's basically just laying things out very closely and in creative ways to get the most garment out of the least fabric. I'm actually going to make a sleeveless drape cardigan with a belt out of 1 yard of 60-inch wide knit fabric, so stick around and hopefully you'll learn something new. Okay, as you can see, I've already laid out one of the pattern pieces. This is the cardigan back, and I came very close to the edge. I'll take a picture of that later before I cut, but I came very close to the edge. In fact, the tip of the cardigan goes into the selvage, and it took a couple times of folding the fabric to get it just right, but it's absolutely worth it because sometimes, as you know in sewing, even half an inch can make the difference. So once I did that, then I had to figure out how to get the other piece on board. I'm leaving this bottom of the fabric to make myself a belt. So I need probably this much width, and it's for that reason that I've done something special with the cardigan front. I've already folded the cardigan front similarly to the way I folded for the cardigan back. It took a couple tries to get it just right, but the tip here of the cardigan front actually goes into the selvage. Now, the cardigan front is a little special because of the shape. But basically it has this point out here, which was making it kind of difficult to lay out the piece without wasting fabric. So what I did was I simply folded this. I folded this corner here so that this triangle will sort of fit into the waste material created by this armhole opening. And then after I, cut this out, I'll go back and pin this into that scrap and cut it. I've already pinned this small scrap together so that it doesn't shift while I'm working with it. And basically this fold is where I left off, so I'm just going to pin this down, and actually I can, oops. Okay, yes, I am stealing pins from the fabric. Ouch! Okay, so I'm going to cut this side, and then fold it over to cut this side. Now we have the front like so. So I'll just stitch these together. I can either stitch it as a seam or I can zigzag over the seam and reinforce the back with a ribbon. I'll decide that when I'm actually sewing, but that's basically piecing, and that helps you maximize yardage by, getting the corners and edges out of the smaller remnants of fabric. So part of the drape in a drape cardigan comes from the collar, which starts at the back of the neck and then swoops down, connecting to the front of the garment to be this like wide piece of fabric which is just kind of hanging out. So I'm going to cut this for the front part of that piece, and then I'm going to use this remnant here created by the back armhole, hopefully you can see that, to be the neck part, to be the part behind my neck. So this will be the part behind my neck, and this will be the part that comes down from the shoulder and down the front of the cardigan. But I'm going to cut those last because what I need to now make is the belt. I need to get the fabric for the belt, and this part is easy. All I'm going to do is fold this over a couple times, make sure all the stripes line up, and then just cut straight across with my rotary cut. Okay, so I've cut out everything. I've cut out the back neck, the collar, the front, the back, the belt, the blah blah blah. Everything's cut out. This is all that's left of that yard of fabric that was 60 inches wide. Alright, so hopefully you get the gist of my technique. It's basically just making, a sort of puzzle, figuring out a puzzle based on the fabric and the patterns. And I'll do more of these in the future with different fabrics and different widths and different yardages and different projects, so you can really get a really good feel for what I'm doing. And hopefully you try it out and make the most of the fabrics and materials that you have to work with. Alright, signing off. Bye.